So the Nothing Phone 2A bursting onto the scene as one of the most impressive budget phones already this year, and the Pixel 8 Pro has been one of the better flagship phones out here. But I want to see, just because, a lot of people have been saying the Pixel is like the smoothest version of Android. A lot of you are loving the Nothing Phone line of devices that have just been coming out. Let's see which one kind of performs a little bit better and feels a little bit smoother in their operating systems. Let's begin with a boot up. We have the black power button over here and a power button over here in 3, 2, and go, and see which one can get there first. Now, Google Pixel has usually been one of the historically best and fastest booting phones out there, and I wouldn't be surprised if it wins this test as well. It usually boots right in, but the Nothing Phone has also been pretty quick. Nope, the Pixel 8 Pro, once again, king of the speed of boot up. Usually always wins in that area. Nothing Phone not too far behind. As a matter of fact, the Nothing Phone could actually boot up faster than a lot of other Android phones, but just not the Pixel. So the Pixel wins on the boot up, but it's pretty impressive if you consider the size of the 2A and kind of the feel. It's got that nice comfy shape like a Pixel or an iPhone at 1/3 the cost of an iPhone and about half the cost of the Pixel 8 Pro. Of course, this is more competitive with an upcoming Pixel 8A, so I plan to cover that as well, but for now I just want to see how it performs next to a Pixel in general. So my prior speed test, the last time I did a speed test, this update wasn't out. I told you they were going to launch updates pretty quickly, and they did. Take a look at all these updates. This is why I love the Nothing OS right here. They've been definitely working on the optimization. You'll see right here, and their general improvements, this just came, I just got this update like within the past week. You'll see optimized overall performance of games, optimize an animation stutter when launching and exiting apps. Now, you might have seen that in my previous speed test. That has been improved. Also, there's bug fixes as well from the lock screen. So overall, we should see generally a better performance today out of the Nothing Phone 2A. Also, I did get the latest update for March on the Pixel, so this is running the latest software as well, and that's Android 14. You'll see generally scrolling the Nothing OS, I noticed after the update, everything feels just a little bit smoother than it did before. Just feels really good overall. It just feels like a flagship phone nearly on the day-to-day. Now, the Pixel also feels quite great as well. And I'm having a hard time seeing which is smoother, so I want to know what you think. Which OS do you think feels and looks smoother? The stock Pixel OS or the Nothing OS? Let me know down below in the comments. Alright, so we've arrived at the app test, and you can see everything is closed out on both phones. Let's go into calendar, and you can see nearly the same. So let's swipe up out of there. Look at the animation on both phones, basically the same. Let's go into calculator. About the same, and keep in mind that the Nothing did get an update, so the animation should look better now, and you've seen right there basically the same. Let's go into clock, and essentially the same, and timer. And I know these are just basic apps, but I actually remember my experience with some other budget phones that could not look like a flagship phone in performance. You could see the Nothing actually loaded that first, and I was actually touring across this. The Nothing's still a little stuttery in Play Store, but the Pixel is as well. So it's not super buttery smooth in Play Store, even on the Pixel. So I don't really think that's Nothing's fault. That might be something to do with the Play Store in general. Definitely doesn't look super snappy on either of these devices. So I thought that was an issue, but it's really not Nothing's fault. So see, basically, look at this. I mean, Nothing doing pretty good here. Let's go into Twitter and X, and you can see nearly the same. Let's go over here to profile, and bang, right in at the same time. The scrolling looks smoother on the Pixel there, a little choppier than Nothing 2A. Let's go into Instagram, and you could see slightly to the left. And overall, basically similar performance. I would say that the Pixel and this Nothing 2A are actually closer, because the Pixel is not like a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, something like that. The Pixel shines in its AI abilities. Its chip is more about AI, not this pure performance stuff. And let me tell you, it's definitely a much smarter phone than the Nothing Phone 2A with its AI abilities. but I'm sure nothing is gonna hop on the AI train soon as well. There's the Pixel Fold. Fold 2 coming, and I'm probably gonna give you an update on the Pixel Fold here soon. I've had it for nearly eight or 9 months, so I think it's time for an update. Let's go ahead and get up out of there. We'll go into eBay, and you'll see, was that faster on the right? Let me do that again. Pretty close. Let's go into Best Buy, and you can see that was faster on the left. Products. Hold on, let's go into cell phones, since we're talking about cell phones. You could see you can run through these operating systems at about the same speed on both. Let's go into Starbucks. Getting coffee first on the right. Let's head into Jetpack Joyride and see how we do here. Now again, nothing's been optimizing for games, but this is a flagship phone. So let's see. Nothing quicker to load the game. But here's the thing, the Pixel is a flagship phone in the body, the build, the camera, the AI, but it really has never been the most powerful chip. So I wouldn't be surprised if nothing hangs right there with them in this video. Let's go into Temple Run 2 and you'll see what happens here. It looks like the Nothing phone in the lead. This is insane. I mean, I can't say I'm like overly surprised because this is not Pixel's strongest suit, but it's kind of weird that this phone is loading things a little faster. I would think the Pixel 8a would be closer. Let's go into the Subway Surfers. See how we do here. Now is the Pixel going to take this one? Nope, it didn't take that one either. Let's go over here. And you can see once in game, pretty much the same experience. They both have flat displays. They're both OLED. They're both large panels. That's the truth. Let's go into Hill Climb 2. So you're gonna have kind of a similar thing here. Large OLED screens, pretty bright. Nothing also fixed the white balance. Like the color was a little bit off in the initial update. They also fixed some camera enhancements. The pictures now look better. You could see pretty similar here. These phones are performing nearly neck and neck. Let's go on Dead Trigger 2. Can we get a win here for the Pixel finally? Nope, not that time. So what I'm thinking is maybe the Nothing phone is boosting the performance in games, because the Pixel's not really focused on that, because this is like everything is seeming to load. Let's see if we can get Free Fire to win here on the Pixel. And doesn't look like it's gonna happen here, or is it gonna catch up? Let's see. Nope. Free Fire is gonna go to the Nothing Phone 2A. And I don't have no low power modes on. I didn't even turn the RAM booster on for the Nothing Phone 2A, so don't be coming at me saying I'm cheating or something. We didn't even turn that on. So there's no like low power modes, nothing like that on for the Pixel either. VPN things on. I don't think that's gonna make a big difference. Turn that off. Let's go into PUBG and let's see how PUBG does here. Will PUBG take the win for the Pixel? See, nope, no VPN. So the VPN thing's got a problem. You can see right here, Nothing phone in the lead once again. So I don't know. Is the Nothing Phone 2A a better gaming phone than the Pixel? We'll have to see an actual, graphic test if it's faster. But I was not expecting this. I actually did not even do this test before video. I usually do the whole test before I make the video, but today I wanted it to be a surprise, and quite shocked at how well this is performing. That's on the right. We'll go into 3D Mark. That's on the right. We'll go into InShot, and that would have been on the right, but it was a pop-up in the way. Let's go into Speed Test Net, and that's on the right. So the apps seem to pop open faster on the Pixel, but in the games they were loading faster on the Nothing. So that was pretty shocking. So I would say pretty close over here day to day, even though this is a more premium priced phone. All right, so the update was talking about how Nothing improved the exiting of apps. So let's see if that showcases here in this RAM management. And yes, take a look. Are you noticing something? This is definitely smoother than my prior speed tests. Seen right there. You still have the double swipe. This is Android after all. You'll see, but overall, no major stutters when hopping back through the application. So doing a pretty stellar job here for a phone at this price point. Very good job. There was a slight stutter there. Very good job here on the Nothing Phone 2a. Let's check the Pixel. Right, so I expect the Pixel to do very well. This has 12 gigabytes of RAM. I can tell you right now, this feels smoother already with the RAM management. Yeah, this feels butter on the way it feels coming out of these applications. Feels absolutely incredible. So yeah, you can definitely feel that. It's just some of the games are just loading faster on the Nothing. Yeah, RAM management's going to the Pixel. It just feels better, feels slicker. The animations feel faster. Pixel gonna win it out there in RAM management. That 12 gigs of RAM on here, also 12 gigs over there, but this one just did better in this area. Very good job for the Google Pixel. So on the Geekbench test, you can see we are clocked in at 2.0 gigahertz on one 6-core cluster here, and then 2.8 gigahertz on the second cluster. Now this spreads it across 3 at 1.7 gigahertz, 4 cores at 2.3, and then one cluster at 2.91. So let's just see if this translates to a higher score on the Pixel or the Nothing Phone 2a. I'll be back when they're done. Okay, and the final Geekbench scores are in for the Pixel, and even though it was loading a few games faster than Nothing Phone 2a, it's dragging to finish this Geekbench 6, and you'll see 1748 on the single core and a 3888 on the multi-core here for Pixel. Go to single core, that's benching better or near the level of that S23 Ultra, and of course a little bit behind some top Samsung flagships here in the S23 line on the Pixel, but still respectable nonetheless. I'll be back when this one is in. Okay, here in Geekbench 6, you'll see way behind on the single core and way behind on the multi-core score. So the Nothing Phone 2a definitely not winning it out in the actual benchmarks, although it did perform respectably. I also noticed when pulling down these notifications tray, there looks to be like a slight stutter there on the, it's not really a stutter, it just doesn't look as smooth as the Pixel over here. So I did notice that. Let's go ahead and go into 3D Mark here, and we'll do a Wildlife Extreme. What we're testing for here is the benchmark on the graphic performance. So we'll see if this makes any difference. Again, Nothing Phone does boost it up a little bit for gaming, so we'll see if we have a different result in this one. Okay, and our final GPU scores are in, and you could see the Pixel nearly doubling it there on the overall score and in the average frame rate. So while the Nothing was boosting the app launch speed, you'll see that if you actually start pushing it in the games, the Pixel can score better than 51% of devices in this 123. Now, the Pixel is not the most impressive scores and performance for flagship phones, but it is about twice the price, and it does perform about twice as good here in the benchmark. So I think if you actually start in-game performance, the Pixel will probably take down the Nothing Phone 2a. Although for general day-to-day, you've seen that the Nothing Phone 2a in this video definitely feels, at least it feels, for the most part, near like a flagship kind of phone. So it's a really nice phone for the price. All right, so we'll do on the same server, we'll do a speed test net. We're just gonna see which one can pull in or ping a little bit higher of a download speed here. So I'm having really good speeds here this morning, nearing around 800 down. It's gonna probably finish around 770, 760, 774 on the download. Pretty much in line with my usual 23 on the up. Let's go ahead and test the Pixel here in a second and see if we can get the same results here. I'm expecting pretty similar, but I wouldn't be shocked if it didn't. Sometimes the next phone doesn't usually hit the same as the first. So Nothing can definitely pull in really, really good download and upload speeds. We'll see over here. We actually finished with a lower score there on the Pixel. And on our upload, we're looking at about the same. So 100 down is quite a bit. So I wonder if there was a network issue here for the Pixel device. Not really, but overall, pretty close there. I also want to go ahead and test the camera launch speed, the Pixel and the Nothing Phone. Let's go ahead and do that now. 3, 2, and go. I think that nothing had that. Let's go ahead and do that again. 3, 2, go. Pretty close. Taking the photo, pretty similar. Going through the lenses, a little faster there on the Nothing phone, it looks like. But overall, there's no way I would take the Nothing phone over the Pixel when it comes to the camera. But at the end of the day, you can see that while the Pixel 8 Pro, technically the more superior chipset, and definitely showcased that today, I think the real thing we learned is that the Nothing Phone 2A is now even better with its latest update, and it also performs very good, even though once you start pushing it, you'll start to see where it definitely is not as strong. You can still do most of what you want to do on an Android phone with having a nice, unique design here, a big display, a comfortable feel. I just love this budget phone over here. But I also really love the Pixel 8 Pro as well. That minty green one for St. Patrick's Day was quite nice as well. And I also look forward to the 8A and the 9 and 9 Pro coming later this year. So a really fantastic options in the marketplace today. Let me know which one you would pick down below in the comments. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And peace.